Hello everyone, I am back with a quick everyday makeup routine. I'm jumping right in with skincare prep. I like to use pill pads to really exfoliate my skin so it's smooth and it just really helps the all over makeup application. And then I'm just going to mist my face, dampen it, and then add some SPF to my face. I like to do this after all of my skincare is done and before makeup application. You can see I have a scar there, so that's going to help that. Then I'm going to take my tinted moisturizer and mix it with a little bit of the serum for color purposes. This is from NYX and also Laura Mercier, and I'm just going to mix this in with my hands. I'm not very particular in the application of this except for just rub it in and just evenly distribute it all over the face. I don't typically like to use my fingers, but in this case it makes it more wearable and keeps my complexion looking really good with just the texture of my skin. Then I'm going to cover up any areas of my face where I feel like I need extra coverage, and I'm just going to use a concealer for this. I think that's the number one tip when you're trying to keep skin looking like skin. Only add coverage where you need it and keep everything else very minimal and very light. So I like to take this NARS concealer after I take the Born This Way concealer from Too Faced, and this is just going to go strictly underneath the eyes. I use it to clean it up. It's more of a matte formula, so it's not going to make the T-zone oily or anything, and it really holds up throughout the day. For my eyes, I'm going to use my Makeup Geek in the nude palette, and I'm just taking these colors here. This is my go-to palette when I need to be out the door in 5 minutes, literally. So you're seeing this from start to finish on how I apply the shadows. It's very sloppy. It's not very precise, but just know and trust that the process at the end, like, it's still gonna look super beautiful, and that's why I really love this palette and I keep reverting back to it. I like to use my finger for shimmer shades, and this shade is just so beautiful. Marlena did an amazing job with the shade. And I'm just going to apply this all over my lid, and it just looks very foiled, and this palette makes it look like I tried, even though I'm actually rushing through this because I have to get ready to take my girls to get their flu shots and stuff, and I only had like literally 10 minutes to get ready before I had to get Zadie up from her nap. So I'm just rushing through that and then adding a little bit of mascara. It's waterproof, and I'm just adding it to the top and bottom parts of my lashes. Really taking my time to work that mascara in, and then I'm just going to go in with the brows. I'm using Ardell Stroker Brow first to really draw those hair-like strokes, and then I'll go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Define Brow Pencil that I got at Ulta on sale. It was like during their 21 Days of Beauty, and they had those, so I went ahead and got those. And this is just one of my favorite combinations to make sure that I have a really nice and natural looking brow, structured but not too precise. Very wearable, and it looks a little more realistic than just going in with the pen, but I love it nonetheless. So now I'm going to take my Ricky Colorful mirror. I love this mirror so much, and I just put my bronzers in there. And I'm using a Maybelline Matte and Poreless powder. It's a pressed powder in a deeper shade. And then I'm mixing in Makeup Geek's Tawny, one of my favorite bronzers. And I'm just gonna warm up the face. I don't really contour that much anymore unless it's like a look that calls for it. For every day, I just bronze up the skin because you can tell that my face is a different color than my body. I'm more tan on my body because I keep my face out of the sun. So yeah, I have to warm that up so it looks balanced. I'm going to add a little bit of blush to my cheeks, something very pink and rosy. This is from City Color. I've been loving that brand for a very long time. And then I go in with my translucent loose setting powder from Laura Mercier, and I'm just going to use my Ray Ray brush and just really pat that in the areas where I need to set. But I'm not going to bake or anything. I don't really bake throughout the week. I don't have time to do that, so I'm just gonna press that in and then add some highlight. I love this highlighter so much from Pixie Beauty. As you can tell, I use it. It's beaten up, and I use it as shadow, as highlighter. It's just an amazing formula and it makes my skin look very dewy and wet. You'll see that at the end. And now I'm just taking that highlight and applying it to the inner corner, and instead of just keeping it on the inner corner, like in that little area that we usually do, I like to pull it up because I have these like natural shadows in my eyes, and I feel like if I add that there, it's going to reflect and make my eyes look a little bit bigger. And then I mix my setting spray. So I use a mattifying setting spray for the center of my face outwards, and then I use this Pixie Beauty Glow Mist for the outer parts of my face because I want it to look naturally glowy. And I feel like that's a great combination to get that look that you're going for. And then I can't live without shadow underneath the eyes. I'm just using that same bronzer I used on my face and just applying this with the Delium Tools brush. So I like to just gauge with my hair down however I'm gonna wear it and just see what I need left, like to add or take away. And at this case, I really like the look, so I'm gonna go into the lips. So I use the Laneige lip. It's like a lip mask, but I use it as a balm throughout the day. And then I'm gonna take my favorite Laura Mercier lipstick. It's in Rock. And it's a matte lipstick, but I like to use it because it's like a deep brown shade, and I use it as almost like a liner because I like to accentuate my lips. And I'm going to apply this first and kind of smudge it all out. And then I'll go in with a more precise line to really make the top lip look a little bit more fuller. I really like that look. And then for the bottom part of my lip, I do have to overline a little bit. If you've been with me for a while, you know about that story about me biting my bottom lip off when I was little. So the bottom lip is uneven. It doesn't look like it, but if I'm lining my lips, you will see that. So just do that. And then I add my favorite soft matte lip cream from NYX Cosmetics in London. And this has been like my go-to everyday combo. Sometimes I'll add gloss to it too. I use the Praline gloss or the Fenty Beauty gloss bomb, but that is my everyday look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being patient with me. I would love for you to subscribe, check out my blog, KaleiLagunero.com. Follow me on Instagram at Kalei_Lagunero, and I will see you next time. Love yous. Bye.